So after about 40 minutes, look at our dough. So my bread dough has risen already. See, you can see. So it has risen. So in case you don't have a worktop like mine, because I have a worktop, so you can just knead it a bit again to remove all the hair that is there. Yeah. So after then you add your margarine. So you can use any brand of margarine. We are using 1 tbs of margarine. So see, it's about 1 tbs of margarine. So if you don't have a measuring spoon, so this is how it's going to be. And if you have the measuring spoon, just take about 1 tbs of that measuring spoon and you're going to get something like this. Just make sure it is not too heat. So this is just fine. So you add it to your dough and incorporate. So the reason we didn't add the margarine into the flour is just that the gluten inside the bread will be able to form very well, because we want something that is stretchy. So a stretchy bread is desired when we are making bread. Like you want a stretchy dough is desired when we are making bread. So after adding your margarine, this is how your dough will look like. It's going to scatter and it will become sticky, but you have to keep on kneading it. So I have to do this on my table, but in case you don't have a working table like mine, so you can do it in your bowl. So you just keep on mixing. You keep on mixing. You're going to use your energy. Keep on mixing. So as you do, your bowl will become neater. In case you have the work table like mine, so I'll just transfer, just lubricate my work table a little bit. Then you knead. So this is the process of kneading. See, so you knead with both hands, so it makes it easier. So as you knead, the margarine will incorporate very well. So you don't have to use all your energy. Just make sure that the process keeps going. That's how you're going to knead it. So after then, you cannot do something like this. So this process of kneading is very important in your bread, to make your bread smooth, to make your bread stretchy, to also make your bread right. So by dropping and kneading this will make. So you can see the texture of the bread, of the dough. So the texture of your dough will determine the texture of your bread. So if your dough is soft and stretchy, your bread will be soft and stretchy. So you can see that after adding the margarine, it became softer. So that is why you have to be careful when you are adding your water into your dough. I mean, when you are mixing your dough, when you are mixing your flour, when you want to make your dough, you have to be careful when adding your water. So knead as long as you can, as long as time permits you to knead. So once you knead for 5 to 10 minutes, and it's okay. Now your dough is ready. Our bread dough is ready. Now you can decide to form it into a circular shape like this. So once you just need to just move and draw, move and draw, move and draw, move and push towards you. You see the way I'm doing it. So you can form a circular shape like that, like this, like this, like this. So there you have the circular shape. If your baking pan is in circular shape, and if you want to make it into the rod shape too, it is not that hard. If you want to make into the rod shape, you can just do something like this. Move and push, move and push, move and push. So the rod shape will automatically form. It's not something that is very hard. You can see the way I'm doing it. So just do like this. You can see that now we have a rod shape. So this is my baking pan. So I'm going to lubricate my baking pan with margarine. Just make sure that your margarine touches all sides, and if you don't, you can also use oil to lubricate your baking pan. You can also use oil to lubricate your baking pan. You see? So once you are done, just sprinkle it with a little bit of flour. Sprinkle with a little bit of flour, and just like you do for cake. And after sprinkling, you have to, so this is how it's going to look like after lubricating. So in case you don't have a baking pan, if you have something like this, which is a bowl, you can also use it to bake your bread. You just lubricate it with butter, lubricate the inside, the same process, then sprinkle it with a lot of flour, then dust it, and you are good to go. You can also use something like this to bake. So this is our dough. Because I have a rectangular shape pan, so I'm going to make it into the rod shape. So you make sure that your dough is smooth on the surface, so that your bread is going to come out fine. So add more flour so that the dough will be smooth on the surface. See? So once you have something like this, it's fine. It doesn't have to be that good. So you gently place in your baking pan. So what we have. So this is our egg. So I want to try to separate the egg white from the yolk. So I want to separate the egg white from the yolk. It's coming out. So just separate it in whichever way that is convenient for you. Yeah, so there's the egg white. So after placing in your baking pan, you have to cover it and allow it to rise again for like 10 to 15 minutes. Yes, 10, 15 to 20 minutes, it's okay. So I'm going to cover it up. So this is the second rising, which is called proofing. So we have to allow it to proof again before we do the next thing. Yes.